Hello, good evening. My name is Dr. Chudi of Snowspirations Global Health Solutions, and it's a beautiful weekend. Today is the 19th of June 2021. It's our word round we normally conduct every Saturday. Fortunately, it's coming in a little bit late, but it's still our word round. Please, if you have a few minutes in the next probably 30 minutes or 45 minutes, we're going to have an opportunity to interface and provide feedbacks to all your concerns, all your questions over the weekend. So remember that every Saturday, we'll have an opportunity to pull in all the questions, all the unanswered issues, so we can collectively be on the same page. So thank you so much for coming. Please, when you come in, let me know who you are. So tell me your name, tell me your location, and please feel at home. If you're in Nigeria, I believe Nigeria should be probably like 10 p.m., correct? So it's possible you've done all your business for the day. You're now getting ready to sleep. It's 5 p.m. over here in the US. If you're in UK, it's also possible it's 10 p.m. But thank you so much for coming this evening. You will have an opportunity to get feedbacks from me. Now, please, when you come in, just like you've always known, focus on the admin. So the operating officer is in the house. My moderator is in the house. I believe Ebenezer should also be in the house. Dr. Ndiche might also hang around and provide backups. Now, something amazing happened today if you were in our group earlier today. So a very caring group by the name Ezonata came in for a collaborative effort with our group. And they made a couple of very promising pronouncements, part of which is sponsorship for at least 2 women every month, women that might not be able to afford services. So Ezonata is a project interested in uplifting women, especially women that can't afford services they need. So earlier today, we had an opportunity to listen to the founder and the chief operating officer, and they unveiled the plans, which the reason why we are partnering with them is because their plans, their goals, their mission, and their vision also realign with us. So in the next 6 months, this amazing organization based in Canada will have an opportunity to sponsor 2 women every month. And they will also sponsor 3 people to attend our upcoming summit. So we are in a good place today. This is the kind of thing we want. People that God will bring our way to partner with us to keep on being the best. So our group is based in love. So thank you for attending the announcement earlier today. Now, if you have a need to use the services that Ezonata will offer, please follow the trend. Follow the link to their group. If you want to apply, follow the application process. They will go through it and they will select. Please make sure you genuinely have a need. See, what we do in our group, we don't block the need of other people. So if you are blessed, if you are genuinely blessed to offer your services, please don't go and block the chance of someone that might actually benefit. You should actually be the person that will be looking out for people to help. So don't always show up in the group looking for people to help you. Look for people you can help. If you actually have access to social media today, you're blessed. So thank you so much for showing up earlier today. And God bless you for coming this evening. I understand it's very late, but one particular concern or question can actually unlock your infertility. The fact you're attending this clinic this afternoon might actually be the link between you becoming a mother in 2022. So thank you so much. Now, if you notice, I love these 3 words. We pray, we play, and we practice. I hope you played a lot in this week. I hope you pray every second. I hope you're practicing. If you want to be a mother in 2022, you cannot be a mother alone. You need help. So if you've been having difficulties having your own babies, you need a fertility specialist. So besides your praying and playing, you need a fertility specialist. You need to be helpful. You need to exercise. You need to eat good food. You need your sleep. Sleep is very huge. If you compromise in any of them, you might have a problem. I personally believe that the problems our members are having towards having a baby is a temporal problem. Your blessings are going to come. You're going to be a mother. You're going to be a father. Then you need to do your own part. So thank you so much for coming. Now, admin has shared the links for Azonator. Now, if you want to benefit from them, the criteria for being selected in the scholarship is a scholarship. Is to be a member of Azonator. So you have to follow them in all their platforms. When you join them in all their platforms, then when you're going through the application, they're going to assess if you actually join them properly. So make sure you join them, share the name of the group, make sure you follow them actively. They are doing amazing things. We love people that are doing amazing things. Those are the people we love to partner with. But let's get started. Please share your questions on the screen. I'm going to give you feedbacks. In the next about 45 minutes, we're all going to get feedbacks to our questions, and we're all going to go home happy. What's the remedy of low air quality? Okay, my sister, I have to be very, very open to you. You see, your eggs are expendable. So what do I mean? When you're younger, you have a better chance of having quality eggs. But as you're getting older, your eggs are going to be reducing both in the number and in the quality. Now, if there are things I know for sure, there are certain things you can't fix in life. You can't fix your age. So your eggs are aging as you are aging. Now, the concept of improving the quality of your eggs, there is no one magic drug out there that can improve the quality of your eggs. What can improve the quality of your egg is the kind of lifestyle you adopt. So are you less stressed out? Are you exercising? Are you drinking water? Are you sleeping better? Are you taking your chances? Because as you're getting older by default, your eggs are not going to be of good quality. That's by default. And that's where 35 comes into play. Once you hit age 35, if you want to be a mother, you need to change gear. If you know how to drive, if you are on the highway, there are places you can only do 45. There are places you have to do 80. Now, if a cop sees you doing 25 in an 80, he can give you a ticket. So in the highway, it's not only people that speed they can give ticket. So if you're doing 80 when you're supposed to be doing 45, you will get a ticket. If you're doing 25 where you're supposed to be doing 80, you will get a ticket. So what do I mean? If you're 35 and you're a lady in this group and you want to be a mother, you have to be in the front seat. You have to be careful. You have to be proactive. You have to have a fertility specialist. Why? Because your chances are reduced. You cannot compare a woman in her 25 and a woman in her 35. A woman in her 25 has about 10% advantage compared to a woman in her 35. A woman in her 35 has about 10% advantage compared to a woman in her 45. So as you are getting older, there are changes in your body which will tell you that you're getting ready to go into menopause. Your estrogen level will start dropping. When your estrogen level is going to drop, you're going to have dry vagina. You're going to have low libido. You're going to have hot flushes. You won't be interested in anything that will help you to become a mother. Now, when that happens, your FSH is a hormone that it's on the opposite side of the estrogen. So your FSH is follicular stimulating hormone. Your FSH will start going up. So when your FSH is going up, you are no longer going to have that natural ability to quickly become pregnant. You can still become pregnant, but it can be delayed. This is how it happens. So there is no drug, my sister, that will quickly fix your poor quality eggs. This is the advice I will give you. If you are older than 35 and you're going for any assistance, and we checked your ovarian egg reserve and we discover that they are being depleted, what do? When you go home, even if we tell you you're going for surrogacy, even if we tell you you're going for IVF, even if we tell you you're going for IUI, what do? Keep on PPPing. There are so many members that were shopping for money for IVF, they suddenly became pregnant. So any woman at any time can become pregnant, so long as you have your eggs. But it begins to become difficult. So things that are difficult are done by tough people. The same thing is applicable to men. Your partner might have low sperm count. The fact your partner has low sperm count doesn't mean he cannot get you pregnant. He can still get you pregnant, but the chances and the probability is reduced. So if your partner has low sperm count, what do? You increase the frequency. So the people I will anticipate that should be engaging more in sexual intercourse are what? Women above 35. But guess what? It begins to be difficult at the age of 35. Why? Because nature by default would have taken a toll on you. You're stressing, your hormones are down, you're not in a good place, you don't have a baby. Now, women that are 25, they can make love just one time and they can have all their babies. I know a friend that started having baby 4 years ago. Now she has 5 kids. Why? Because she just turned 40. So you can have all your kids at a stretch if you're younger. But when you're older than 35, it begins to be difficult. Okay? So let's understand that. How can endometriosis be cured? Unfortunately, my sister, most gynecological problems are not going to be completely cured. The only ones that can be completely cured are like things like fibroid. So if you have fibroid and if it's symptomatic, we can completely remove it. If you're lucky, if the tiny ones were completely removed, it might not regrow. Now, when you have endometriosis, endometriosis means the cells which ordinarily should be found in the endometrium, which is the cover of the wound, are found elsewhere outside the endometrium. So what happens? By the time you bleed every month, those cells which are not supposed to be in those places will start bleeding. But what's the problem? Because they will not have an avenue for the blood to flow out, they begin to give you a lot of problems. So if you have endometrial cells in the ovaries, they will bleed. If you have endometrial cells in the tube, they will bleed. What happens when they bleed? They begin to form a focus that will block or stop the function. So what do you need if you have endometriosis? You need a fertility specialist. We need to treat you appropriately medically. We can give you some hormonal drugs. Some of you might need to go for ovulation induction drugs. Some of you might need to go for surgery. But overall, the best place and the best way to improve your chance of becoming pregnant is to adopt healthy living. So every singular woman that wants to become pregnant should exercise, should drink water, should avoid alcohol, should sleep, should make love every 48 hours. My people, this works. Now, when you have done your best in life, always get help. You can get help in this group. Some of you should be sleeping by now, but you haven't slept since you got married. Why? Because you're not happy. Most women that don't have kids don't sleep in the night. But I can tell you this. You can sleep today. You can form an alliance. You can have a subscription. You can come in at 1 week. You can come in at 1 month. You can come in at 3 months. You can come in at 6 months. And you can have a chance to become a mother. There is nobody in our group who is exempted from becoming a mother. Every singular woman in this group will become a mother, unless you don't want to be a mother. And we can help you. We can walk the walk with you. We have select places we can refer you. If you're lucky to be under me, I can consult you. I can consult your husband. We can both achieve common goals. Our aim is for you to have your baby. So we are on the same side. But what you need to do is to take your bold steps. Unfortunately, so many people might not understand this. So many people might just be showing up and they say, well, let me see what will happen next month. Next month is July. Next month is the 7th month. By the time you get to the 7th month, you have only 5 months to go. You do not want to spend your 2021 without any scorecard. Whenever you go to school, you need to come back with a scorecard. You need to come back with your report card. So your report card in 2021, what's going to be in it? This is what you need to consider. If you haven't had a family meeting, call your partner for a family meeting. Find out what you guys are not doing right. Every family should be meeting, unless you don't want to have a baby. Okay? Please stop throwing numbers out there. When you throw your lab numbers out there, I can confuse you because I didn't send you for those labs. I don't know the range. I don't know the criteria. So I'm not going to advise you because I might confuse you. But if you need me to review your labs, you can come in for subscription, then we can meet halfway. Can one menstruate but wouldn't ovulate? Yes. So it's not all women who bleed that ovulate. And it's not all women who ovulate that bleed. Some women might ovulate but they are not bleeding. Shortly after having a baby, it's expected that your body is in a recovery mode. So most women will be waiting for their period to come back before they will start avoiding making love. But lo and behold, some women, especially if they are younger, by the time they are waiting for their period to come back, they might have ovulated. Once you ovulate, you can become pregnant. Some people can ovulate, but they might not be having their bleeding. Once the sperm meets an ovulated egg, you can become pregnant. Now, some women can be bleeding regularly, but they are not ovulating. How do we know? We need to do a blood test. We need to look at your hormones. So it's not something you can do by yourself. You need help. Okay? Very, very important. Let's continue. Keep putting your questions on the screen, and I'll keep providing you feedbacks. Okay? We still have a lot of time. So let me see what we have. At what week do you start feeling the baby? Now, if you're a veteran, that means you've had a baby before. Some can start as early as 13 weeks to feel the kick of their baby. It's called quickening. Now, if you have reached 25 weeks, whether you're an archival, whether you're a veteran, whether it's your first baby, whether it's your second baby, once you hit 25 weeks and you're not feeling the movement of your baby, please report back to your doctor. Babies have individual characteristics, but it's expected that all pregnant women, by the time they get to 25 weeks, they would have started feeling the flutters, the butterfly kicks of their baby inside their belly. So you have to know your baby's characteristics. Most babies will be active when you're eating. Most babies will be active when you are stressing. So that's the way you know that your baby is doing okay. Now, let me tell you something that you need to know. You can talk to your baby inside your belly. Your baby understands you. Your baby listens to you. The biggest friend, the best friend of your baby is the mother. This is where men should be careful. By the time a baby is born, that baby already knows the mother. That baby is climbing to your breast because that baby has a relationship with you. But the father is a stranger. This is why it's advisable that if it's possible, all men, all intending fathers should be in the delivery room. You should be the first person that should give the baby. You should be the person that will call the cord. You should be the first person that will start trying to form a relationship with your baby because you are a stranger to your baby. So in a very organized place, all fathers are encouraged to watch their women deliver. When you watch your woman going through that pain of delivery, you have more respect for her. Unfortunately, most people live in Nigeria and they don't have regards for women. And in this group, we protect women. We find all our women innocent until proven guilty. But in Nigeria, women are found guilty until proven innocent. But in this group, you can find a home here. We can protect you. We can be there for you. We still encourage you to be respectful. But we don't entertain people bullying women, especially when it comes to infertility. Infertility can come from the man. Infertility can come from the woman. It's not only from women. Okay, let's continue, guys. Please keep asking your questions. Okay, what can cause amniotic fluid rupture 4 months of pregnancy? So what you have is what we call PPROM, preterm premature rupture of water membrane. Unfortunately, in some situations, we won't have any problem. It will just rupture on its own. But most times, it's due to infection of the amniotic fluid sac. So infection and inflammation is number one. Okay? Now, if you are closer to 37 and you begin to have leakage of your water, that means you have PPROM. PROM means rupture of water membrane, but PPROM means preterm premature rupture of water membrane. If you are closer to 37, you can be admitted. We can monitor you. We can replace some fluid. We can give you surfactants, which will help the baby's lung to develop properly, because it's expected that by 34 weeks, the baby's lung would have developed. So the management of PPROM or PROM, it's conservatively. We keep you on admission. Some women will be asked to put or to be on head down position, and we monitor how the baby is progressing. But most women that will have PPROM are going to be delivered early. So it's an emergency. You need to go to the clinic. You need to be admitted. You need to make sure you're using the best. The problem is we compromise standards. Yesterday, we saved a baby. I keep using this as an example. You see, so many of you are pregnant, right? But you don't want to attend our ANC. It's not like we're begging you. But the lady that was in our ANC succeeded in having good outcome. If she was not in her ANC, maybe today we would have heard that the baby died and the woman also died. Why? Because she had a very, very deadly emergency that she didn't even know it was an emergency. Her blood pressure was very high. She had generalized body swelling, and she has protein in her urine, which is a classical sign of preeclampsia, severe preeclampsia. And she was sent home. But we sent her back and we insisted that they do the right thing. Thankfully, she was induced and she had a baby boy. Beautiful, handsome baby boy. So we do not joke with our pregnant women. So I'm encouraging you to please, if you're pregnant, safeguard your baby. Have an insurance. Have a doctor that will be on the forefront. Have a doctor that will tell you to go. Have a doctor you can always have access to. This is what will provide you when you're in our ANC group or any type of subscription you have. You will have access to a doctor that will tell you the right things to do. So I encourage you to follow the admin. Admin has already shared the links. If you are currently pregnant, don't depend on the crumbs. So whatever I'm feeding you when I show up is crumbs. I cannot solve your problem within 1 hour. But if you have subscription, you have an access to get feedback from us based on your rights. Okay, guys, let's see what we have. Let's see what we have. If you need to consult with me, come in 1 week, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, and we'll meet you halfway. Okay? Can 4 cm ovarian cyst prevent you from getting pregnant? Now, naturally, most ovarian cysts are safe cysts. That means most ovarian cysts will not stop you from becoming pregnant. But some can stop you from becoming pregnant. Now, 4 cm is moderately big. So our concern is the parameters of other fertility index. So do you have an open tube, at least one open tube? What about your other hormones? What about the cover of your womb? What about your partner's sperm? These are the factors that can affect your ability to become pregnant. But ovarian cyst, especially the safe cyst, the functional cyst, will not affect your ability to become pregnant or not. Unfortunately, some women can have very big cysts, which can give them symptoms, pain, bleeding, here and there. We might need to do what we call cystectomy. So we might need to go in and surgically remove the cyst. Okay, so you need to be under the care of a fertility specialist. Guys, keep asking your questions. Keep asking your questions. So I'm going back to see the questions I missed. But you can also ask your questions again, okay? Okay, let's see what we have. Does okra cause low sperm count? Completely nonsense. Your okra, it's just a condiment you use in doing your okra soup, which we encourage. So eat your okra soup. There is no relationship between your okra soup and sperm. Matter of fact, when you don't eat enough okra soup, you can be deficient. So I will encourage you to eat healthy. I will encourage you to seek help. When your partner has sperm issues, the best person to attend to your partner is a urologist. Most men that have sperm issues because of their lifestyle. If your partner doesn't exercise, if your partner drinks, if your partner is overweight, your partner will likely poor sperm qualities. Most men that have low sperm count, poor motility, poor morphology, if they revert back to normal lifestyle, drinking water, stopping alcohol, exercising, avoiding stress, watching their body weight, guess what? They can have normal sperm count. Some people might be unlucky. The problem why they are having the sperm issues might be from a higher center. It might be obstruction. It might be hormonal. If we discover what the problem is, we can fix it. So it's not a guesswork. If your partner has low sperm count, he must see a urologist. This is a must. Now, when your partner has oligospermia, which is reduced sperm, it doesn't mean he cannot get you pregnant. He can get you pregnant, but he needs to increase the frequency of the lovemaking. So what you have is reduction in the sperm. Unfortunately, some men can have what we call azoospermia. When you have azoospermia, you don't have sperm. It's zero. And when you have zero, you can't get your partner pregnant. Right? Now, some people can have azoospermia because of blockage. So if the reason why your partner has low sperm count or azoospermia is because the sperm is being produced, but it's not getting to the penis, we can do a surgical minimal procedure to collect the sperm and get you pregnant. But if unfortunately you are not producing sperm, what you need at that stage is what? Donor sperm. For you to become pregnant, you need healthy sperm and healthy egg. If any of them is lacking, go for donor egg or donor sperm. Don't waste time, okay? Okay, let's see what we have, guys. Keep asking your questions. I'm going up now. Hopefully, I'm going to get some questions. Please make sure you follow Azonata, and please make sure you apply if you have a need. If you are genuinely in need, apply and hopefully they will shortlist you. Okay, guys, keep asking your questions. Keep asking your questions. Okay, let's go down. Admin, you can also repost any questions I haven't provided feedbacks on, okay? So we can all have a good time. So remember, we have a clinic tomorrow, our maternal and child health clinic. So we're gonna get a good topic and we're gonna dissect the topic. Now, have you registered for this summit? For some reasons, you know, sometimes I come to the group, I see a lot of women that need help, but they are smart. Nigerian people are very smart. Do not outsmart yourself. If you have fibroid, attend this summit. There are certain things you need to know about your fibroid. You need to know the type. You need to know the effect on your fertility. You need to know what's going to happen if you're pregnant. You need to know if you're going to leave it. You need to know if you're going to operate on it. You need to know so many things about fibroid. Now, some of you are already taking Clomid. Clomid is a drug that can cause cancer if you don't need it. Attend the summit. Very important. Now, someone is asking about adhesions. So you see, the body of a woman is structured in such a way that it should be smooth. Now, for some reasons, if you have had procedure in the past, maybe you had an abortion, maybe you have evacuation, or maybe you had surgery, when the cover of the womb, when the cover of the cervix, when the cover of the tube is recovering, some of them will recover by excessive scar tissues. When that happens, you're going to have adhesions. So adhesions are excessive cells which covers a smooth surface. So if you have adhesions in the cervix, it's going to prevent the sperm from coming in. If the sperm cannot come in, you cannot get pregnant. So some women might have done abortion in the past. Some women might have had what we call PID in the past. Some women might have had surgery in the past, polydol surgery, and in course of the recovery, it will cover the surface. And in that situation, some people can have what we call Asherman syndrome. So if in course of going for evacuation or going for D&C, dilatation and curettage, if we excessively scrape the basalis, that's the cover of the womb, excessively, when it's healing, it's going to heal with scar tissues. So the best treatment for severely adhesive womb or cervix is to go for removal of that adhesion. So you go for adheolysis. That's the best way to deal with adhesions. It's a surgical process. There is no drug we will give you that will melt your adhesions away. So you need to consult with a very good doctor, and likely you go for the surgery. Okay, guys, keep asking your questions. Okay, let's see what we have. How do you know you have hormone imbalance? I love this question. So you see, every singular woman out there has reproductive hormones. Your estrogen, your progesterone, your FSH, follicular stimulating hormone. So I'll tell you quickly what each and every one of them do. Your progesterone is your female hormone. Your progesterone is what makes you a woman. It's what makes your vagina wet. It's what gives you all those contours. It's what gives you the ability to be a woman. Now, as you're getting older, the level will be dropping. As the level is dropping, you begin to experience dry vagina, you begin to experience low libido, you begin to experience hot flushes. Now, if your estrogen level is going down and the other hormone like FSH, which is supposed to be normal, is going up, you are losing your fertility. So hormone imbalance simply means all the important hormones that will help you to become pregnant are either increased or reduced. We don't want your prolactin to be high. We don't want your prolactin to be low. We want it to be in the middle. We don't want your estrogen to be high. We don't want it to be low. We want it to be in the middle. We don't want your FSH to be high. We don't want it to be low. We don't want your LH to be high. We don't want your thyroid hormone to be high. So any of your hormones that goes outside the range leads to hormone imbalance. So what do we do? Some of you might be prescribed some drugs. Some of you will just need to modify your lifestyle. So when you begin to exercise, when you drop your alcohol, when you drink your water, when you avoid stress, when you sleep, when you make love regularly, you can single-handedly defeat hormone imbalance by yourself. So hormone imbalance is not something you can just do by yourself. You need help. Unfortunately, when you have hormone imbalance, it can cause delay in your ability to become pregnant. Okay, so how do we know you have hormone imbalance? We collect your blood sample and we check the level of the hormones. Okay, let's see what we have. Okay, 2 by 2, 2.2 by 1.8 intramural fibroid is little, it's intramural, but the significant factor in this fibroid is the fact that it's inside the womb. Now, if you desire to get more information about this, register for the upcoming summit. It's gonna be an all-knowing fibroid affair. There are so many things you don't know about fibroid you're gonna learn. So, Justina, make sure you follow the admin, register for the fibroid summit, and you will learn a lot. Can a woman with PCOS be able to carry twins or triplets without miscarriage? Now, the fact you have PCOS on its own doesn't have any inclination to do with the outcome of your pregnancy. There are some women that have PCOS and they didn't even know. They completed their family until after they had their babies, they will now discover that they have PCOS. So depending on the level of PCOS you have, you can still have your twins, you can still have your triplets. Okay? Now, some women are not built to have twins. Some women's body can only carry one baby. So it's not every desiring mother that wants to have 5, 6, 7, 8 babies that can have it. There are some women that can only have one baby at a time. Now, there are some women that their belly can carry 8 babies. If you're in that category, you go for Thanksgiving. But if you are told you can only have one baby, pray that you don't have twins naturally. We have had conditions of women that ordinarily, they have very poor cervical structure. So if you have cervical incompetence, multiple pregnancy is not your friend. But unfortunately, some people can become pregnant naturally and they can have twins. But they might not be a candidate for twins. So if you have that situation, we can only pray for you. Because your cervix needs to be closed once you're pregnant. Once your cervix is weak, the baby is going to escape before your EDA. Okay, let's continue, guys. Let's continue. Let's continue. Let's see what we have. Let's see what we have. Keep asking your questions. Make sure you register for the summit. If you need help from a zonator, please follow them, register, and pray you're going to be shortlisted. Does pre-workout drink affect fertility in women and men? Now, the question is, what is the content of the pre-workout drinks? Your best drink is water. Are you listening to me? Your best friend in regards to what you drink is water. You see, when you're into sports, when you're into exercise, there are so many things they sell in the gym. Some of you might actually be causing yourself harm. You burn a lot of calories. You bring your electrolyte back to normal. You have sweated. Then you're adding those things you don't need back to your body. The best drink you can drink, both pre, within, and after workout, is water. If you are afraid of water, if you're not a water lover, get a 0-calorie flavor. Put in your water, you have juice. When you finish exercising and you drink Sprite and you drink Coke and you drink all those drinks they sell in the gym, you're not helping yourself. You might have a flat tummy, but in your body, you're destroying the normal architecture, the normal way that your body is supposed to function. So the question I will ask you, Chinenwa, is what is the content of the drink? Make conscious effort to drink water. Water is your best friend. Like in Nigeria, we say that water no get enemy, right? Water is good. You can't go wrong with water. If you don't form the habit of drinking water, you better start today. I think I'm actually going to talk about water and fertility tomorrow. Water is amazing. Look, you don't know what you're missing until you start drinking water. So go back and drink your water, okay? Okay, guys, let's see what we have. We still have a couple of time, so don't worry. If your questions are not answered, you can put it back on the screen, and I'll provide you feedbacks. It's been a very long day. I've been on so many meetings. I'm tired. I'm hungry. But we need to do what we need to do. Okay, please, how can vomiting in first trimester be stopped? So somehow in pregnancy, vomiting is called emesis, right? Now the pregnancy, the so-called pregnancy hormone, which is the beta SCG, we discovered that for some women in their first trimester, they have this ability to use that vomiting as a sign that the pregnancy is actually in a good place. So most pregnant women will have vomiting as a problem. Now, there is no conventional quick fix way we can do that. we try as much as possible to limit your ingestion of any drugs once you're pregnant. Why? Because any drug you're taking in pregnancy is going to your baby. Some we might think is safe, but over time it might harm your baby. Now, there are some non-drug approach to handling your vomiting, right? If you go for your ANC, I'm sure they would have told you all this. Eating little food, smaller portion. There is a kind of some mint you can also take. Then making sure you pace yourself and a couple of other tips. Now, what I will help you to do is to join our ANC and we can share the rest. Or when you go for your ANC, your matron and other people that attend to you can give you, some quick things you can do. Now, unfortunately, some pregnant women can have excessive vomiting. So when your vomiting is excessive, it's called hyperemesis gravidarum. Gravidarum signifies you're pregnant. Hyper means excessive vomiting. Now, in pregnancy, you don't want to be dehydrated. So anytime you are vomiting, anytime you are stooling in pregnancy, you want to replace it. Anytime you are losing water, anytime you are sweating, you are losing fluid, you are going to be dehydrated unless you replace it. So when you are vomiting in pregnancy, still make conscious effort to drink water. When you are stooling, so you have diarrhea, which is commoner in pregnancy, make sure that after you've gone to the toilet a couple of times, when you're done, replace the water. When you're done replacing, you're going to be dehydrated. Dehydration and pregnancy are not friends. So if your vomiting is excessive, call your doctor. Some of you might be admitted. Some of you will need to give some drip. So let your doctor be the person that will decide. But thankfully, as you are aging in your pregnancy, so as you're tending towards second trimester, your vomiting will start reducing. Unfortunately, there are some women that will start vomiting from day one until they deliver. So pregnancy can differ, and each baby can differ. There are some babies that when you're having them, you won't even know you're pregnant. Before you blink, you've already delivered them. Now, there are some babies that from day one, they will start dealing with you and they won't give you any space to breathe. Now, babies can change. Some babies can give you hell when you're pregnant. When you give birth to them, they will be chill. Some babies will wait for you until you give birth to them. They will deal with you when they are born. So each baby is unique. If you're a mother, you can attest to the fact that what I'm telling you is true. So every singular baby comes into this world exactly the way God wants that baby to be. So that's why they're unique. Okay, let's continue, guys. Let's see what we have. Please keep asking your questions. If you are having challenges about understanding clomid and fibroid, register for this event. We notice that it's poorly registered. You might think you're doing us a favor by getting knowledge that will help you to become a mother. No, my sister, it's the other way around. If you don't know, come and learn. The knowledge you gain in this group can make you a mother next year. Nobody that wants to be a mother should not be a mother next year. The only thing that will make you not to be a mother next year is a choice. Motherhood is a choice. Why? Regardless of your age, you can be a mother at 80. You can be a mother at 70. You can even be a mother at 100 if you live up to 100. Do you understand that? How can you be a mother at 100? You go for adoption. Is your adopted baby your baby? 100%. How can you be a mother at 70? You go for the same adoption. How can you be a mother at 60? You can go for adoption or you can go for donor eggs. How can you be a mother at 50? You can be trying naturally. Some few women can become pregnant at 50, and you can go for donor egg, you can go for surrogacy. So at any point in time, in your age, there is a particular way that will give you a better opportunity to become a mother. Now, let me tell you the truth. Some of you are not mothers today because you're a Nigerian. Some of you are not mothers today because you're a Christian. Some of you are not mothers today because of the kind of husband you married, because of your mother-in-law, because of your mother. Some of the things you could have done since to become a mother, you are not doing it because you want to be culturally correct, because you want Jesus Christ to come down from heaven and tell you the right way to go, because you're putting your money in the wrong places, because you're waiting for someone to come and pray for you. If the reason why you're not a mother today is man-made, if it's because of your culture, if it's because of your pastor, if it's because people are discouraging you, you better wake up. If you notice, the people that normally give us advice in life are people that feel they have arrived. Some of the people that are telling you don't go, don't go. If you check, they have completed their family. Some of your, what do you guys call them? Mom. You forget your mom, the mom that gave birth to you. You go and find someone you don't even know where he's from. You begin to call that person mom in church. Mommy this, mommy that. Some of them are giving you advice. They have completed their family. And they're telling you how to start your own family, which might not be right. Don't make that mistake again. The only person that should decide how you want to have your baby is you and your partner. Sometimes your mother might be the problem. Sometimes your grandmother, sometimes your mother-in-law, sometimes your father-in-law, sometimes your sibling, sometimes your husband. Some of you would have become grandmothers, but you refuse to go for IUI. You refuse to go for IVF. But there are so many women that God has already ordained that the only way they can become mothers is to go for IVF. So stop leaning on your understanding. This group is out here to help you understand your pathway. Even for twin sisters, they cannot have the same destiny. How do twin sisters form? Two ways. You can have identical twins, so they can break. One egg can break and have identical twins. Two eggs can be released. Two sperm can fertilize them. Even people that were neighbors in the womb, when they are introduced into this world, they will have different challenges. So no two people can be the same. Normally, I see women that will come and say, but my friends went here, but they got their baby. We were 15 that went for IVF. 10 succeeded. I did not succeed. Why? Because it's not your time. When your time comes, everything that will work against you will work for your favor. And then capture this for me. When your time to become a mother comes, everything the delayer, the cankerworm, the whatever wants to use against you will work for your favor. Every singular decision you need to make will be realigned in the right place. Every singular group you need to belong to will be in that group. Like the lady that had her baby yesterday. Believe me, if she's not in our group, she would have gone home. She would have been waiting for her EDD. They would have found her dead body and the baby. Because what she had is an emergency that can kill. These are the things you can benefit from us in this group. And it's given freely. Okay, so guys, keep asking your questions. Keep asking your questions. Let's wrap up. Let's wrap up. We have about 15 more minutes to go. So normally weekends we spend by 1 hour. It's normally 30 minutes, but 1 hour is okay. Please, how can you become a full member? Follow the admin. You are already, let me explain. You are already a full member. Okay? So every day you show up in our group, show up in our page, show up in my timeline, you're a full member. Now, if you want to step up to personalize your own case, like in America here, you don't have any business sharing your medical records openly. Why? Imagine telling the whole world that your husband has low sperm count. When you go home, they will divorce you. You don't do that. You personalize your issue. You be careful in social media. What you put in social media can work against you. So in that case, you get subscription. We understand that all fingers are not equal. That's why we structured our subscription for 2,000, for 5,000, for 10,000, for 20,000. Find your size and wear your size. Some of you don't even read the links. Once you see subscription, you run away because you want everything to be free. Having a baby is not cheap. You have to budget for your baby. Treating infertility, unfortunately, is not cheap. It's expensive. Anybody telling you it's cheap is deceiving you. But if you're a good person, you will find the money you need to become a mother. So when you go to church tomorrow, don't condemn money. Don't say that money is the root of all evil. Money is important. You need your money. So what's your prayer? God, multiply my little so I will have enough to start my family and help other people. Helpers do not lack. If you are a helper, you will get help. If you have helped people, even when you don't have money, the people will raise money for you. If you have been a good member of your church, if you have been paying tithe, if you have been going for offering, if you have contributed money to raise all those structures, if you have contributed money for your pastor to buy private jet, it's your time to demand money from them. Let money not be the reason why you didn't start your family. Unfortunately, it's expensive. Be very bold to have that conversation. Be very bold to ask. We've seen women that asked in this group and they got. Throughout my experience in this group, there are so many women that will even break the records. They will go to the places they're not supposed to go to, but they present a very genuine case. We all want to help. We all have milk of human kindness. Sometimes we break our rules to help, but your manner of presentation, your caring, your genuineness can get you help in this group. But don't allow money be the reason why you didn't start your family. It doesn't make sense. Okay? You haven't seen your period since you had your baby. It's been all over a year. You've been having cramps, skin reaction, especially pimple. The question is, how old are you? Now, it's not unusual for you to have amenorrhea when you have your baby, especially if you had exclusive breastfeeding. So if it's over a year and you had exclusive breastfeeding, then about this time you should be having your period if you are still within your reproductive phase. So hopefully you haven't gone into menopause. Okay, so what you need to do while you're worrying, go and seek help from a gynecologist. Some people just worry and they don't seek help. Worrying is not going to change your condition. So when you have finished worrying, when you wake up the following morning, you got to see a gynecologist. Okay, guys, let's wrap up. Let's wrap up, guys. Let's wrap up. Let's see what we have. Okay, hopefully we have a few other questions. Okay, correct. You can become a mother through IUI. You can become a mother through IVF. You can become a mother through adoption. You can become a mother through surrogacy. You can become a mother through donor egg, donor sperm. They are all great options. There is nothing wrong in it. The opposite of not having a baby is what? Having a baby. The opposite of a mother is not being a mother. The opposite of a father is not being a father. Some of you have avoided the villages. You no longer show up in the public. Why? Because the society has badly stigmatized you that you don't even believe you're a woman. Stop hiding from anybody. They are not your God. You can go to your village in 2022 with your twins. You can go to your village in 2022 with your triplets. You can still show up like other women. There is nothing wrong with you. My sister, I'm talking to you directly. But what are you going to do differently? If you have been married for 15 years, and you have been doing the same thing you're doing, and you don't know that when you add 15 years to your current age, you are old. Some people will not like this part. But my sister, there is nothing wrong in getting old. Getting old is a good thing. But what is your scorecard? Who are helping you? What do you need? Do you have what you need? Are you doing the right things? Or are you wasting your time? Some of you are in very bad relationships. Your husband is not helping you. Your partner is not helping you. The problem might be coming from him, but he's blaming you. Some of them are not even making love to you. That's a fact. You're sleeping in the guest room. How can you become pregnant, my sister? It's not immaculate conception. Deal with your reality, okay? You did your HSG, you had some fibroid, please attend the fibroid summit. Everybody with fibroid issue, register for the fibroid summit. Stop dodging that summit. It's going to help you. Can you asked, can ruptured amniotic fluid be treated? My sister, I've already provided you my feedbacks. Maybe you didn't listen to me. What you have at 4 months is what we call PPROM, preterm premature rupture of water membrane. You should be in the hospital as I'm talking to you right now. The management of PPROM or PROM is conservative management. If you haven't lost enough amniotic fluid, we can manage you conservatively, especially if you're closer to 37 weeks. But the likelihood your baby is going to come before EDD is very high. Okay? So there are certain things you can't really predict the outcome, but we manage you conservatively. So every singular woman whose water is leaking in pregnancy must go to the hospital immediately. There are things that when it happens in your pregnancy is an emergency. Anytime you see blood, you went to wee and you wipe and you saw tiny blood in pregnancy is an emergency. You must call your doctor, you must go to the hospital. Anytime you didn't wee, but you notice that water is leaking out from your vagina, is an emergency, you must go to the hospital. We must retain you. Anytime you notice any form of pain, anything in pregnancy is not normal, you must go to the hospital. These are the 3 things that will scare the hell out of you. I will rather you call me every day as a pregnant woman, and after being tired, I will still attend to you, than to assume that you're okay. There are so many women that will have what we call forced labor, Braxton Hicks, and they will be waiting for a day to break. By the time day is broken, they've lost their baby. Anytime you have any challenge in your pregnancy, go to the hospital. There is only one condition in the world that defies all the odds. If the world is coming to an end today and a woman goes into labor, that woman must be helped. In the time of war, the only people exempted from both warring sides are pregnant women. A pregnant woman that goes into labor must be delivered. Please, let's be careful. Okay? All right. Okay. If you have hormone imbalance, my sister, you need help. It's not something you can correct overnight. You need help. Okay? Can a woman with non-problematic fibroid go for IVF? Please register for the upcoming summit. A good IVF provider would have given you a clean slate. Anybody going for any IVF needs to go for that IVF with a very clean, clear womb. You don't have to have anything inside your womb. Okay? Can anovulation be treated? So the question is, we need to investigate. We need to know if it's primary anovulation. So anovulation means you're not ovulating. So if we confirm you still have some eggs, but you're not releasing them, we can give you ovulation induction drugs. So you need to see a fertility specialist. Okay? Let's see what we have. We have about 9 more minutes. 9 more minutes. Please ask your questions. So let me go up again and see if there are new questions. Okay? Okay, guys. It's been a very long day. Okay, let's see. Okay, I believe I've answered virtually all the questions. If you're coming in, it's my word round, and I want to help. I want to make sure you had all your questions attended to. So please ask your questions, register for the upcoming event, subscribe. Remember that members in America, Canada, UK, you can still subscribe. The only difference, if you're not in Nigeria, you're not going to get referred. But don't think about the distance stopping you. So many people move from America, from UK, from Canada to go to Nigeria and still get their results. If you have to go to Nigeria, go to Nigeria. It's okay. It doesn't matter how much you spend on starting your family. No amount of money can bring kids. Your babies do not have price tag. So if God gave you the money, spend the money. Some of us spend money on nonsense. Some of us have boutiques in our homes. Some of us have millions in our homes lying around, but we are complaining we don't have money. So many people bought so many clothes they haven't worn for 10 years. What is it doing in your wardrobe? And you don't have 2,000 naira. Let's have a moment and prioritize. If you want to be a mother, you do what mothers do. You prioritize your family. Okay? Okay, let me go down. I have not seen any other new questions, so let's see. Hopefully, I've been able to attend to all your questions, and we can all go and get some rest. So let's see what we have. If you still have questions, please ask before I go. This is your opportunity. So every time I show up is a very big opportunity for people that do not have money. So this is your best subscription, showing up, and I will help you to understand your problems. Can someone with abnormalities in the breast be pregnant? So the question is, what type of abnormalities? There is only one condition that can, you are expressing breast milk and you're not pregnant or breastfeeding, then that condition, if it's related to your prolactin level, if your prolactin level is very high, we can make sure it's between normal range for you to become pregnant. So hyperprolactinemia, high level of prolactin in your blood can stop you from becoming pregnant. Now, other problems you have in the breast, it doesn't really affect your fertility. But please, if you have any breast condition, you need help. You see, the problem is this. So many people have so many gynecological problems, but the only thing they're interested in is becoming pregnant. Now, is a healthy woman that can become pregnant and have a healthy baby. You do not want to have your baby after 1 year you die or you lose your health. The original aim of having a baby is to be there to raise your baby. No woman should die having her baby. No woman should die after having her baby. But unfortunately, so many of our members have gone to the wrong places. Some of you are currently harboring strangers in your homes. The babies you have are not your babies. The babies you have are people's babies they've used to confuse you. It's not your baby. If nobody's telling you this truth, I'm telling you today. The same money you are wasting going to baby making factory, going to people that are deceiving you, you can use that same money and you can get genuine help. You can get legal adoption. You can get legal surrogacy. The same money you're spending giving to fake pastors, giving to prayer warriors. Are you dumb? Can't you pray to your God? It's the same God. Your God knows you need a baby. So let's stop wasting the little money we don't have. Invest in your treasures. If God gave you the resources, get help. You cannot tiptoe into pregnancy. You cannot tiptoe into the 9 months. When you are already pregnant, the first thing a woman that tested positive for pregnancy, when you have gone down on your knees, when you have said, God, I thank you for in every situation you're God. When you have done your urine test, you're going to call your doctor, you're going to go to the hospital, you're going to get a blood test, you're going to get an ultrasound. Once we have confirmed that that pregnancy is intrauterine, the first thing to do is to go for ANC. This is what a good mother will do. A good mother will not be waiting for baby shower. There are so many women that are waiting for baby shower to impress the people that don't like them, but they can't go for their ANC. That's very unwise way to be a mother. A mother is already a mother before she became pregnant. This is why you need to take your prenatal multivitamins 3 months. But how can you know when you will have a baby? You don't know. So every woman making love can become pregnant. So if you are currently making love without protection, you should be taking your prenatal multivitamins by standard. Okay, admin, I believe we've done justice, so I have 3 more minutes. If you want to subscribe, follow the admin. Let me give you the category so you will understand. There are so many of you that come to my inbox. Doc, I want to subscribe. How can I subscribe? Give me this, give me that. Once I show them the subscription, they run away. Why? Because they're anticipating that everything in life is free. That's not how it goes. Whatever I do openly is free. But when you need services, you pay for it. That's a fact. When you go to your doctor's office, don't you pay for your services? So we have made it easy. With your 2,000 naira, you can come in for 1 week. With your 5,000, you can come in for 1 month. These are chicken change. Believe me. I'm sure you spent a lot of money on nonsense. Safeguard your family. Get the help you need. If you are not sleeping in Nigeria by now because you don't have a baby, because you're crying, you can become a mother next year. Some of you will say, oh, the doc is very difficult. I've tried our doc. It's difficult. Is this, is that? My sister, tell me what is easy in life. It is not easy to be an adult. The only easy thing is to be a kid. Like if you listen to my son, the only thing my son knows is to demand. Mommy, I want this. Daddy, I want that. I will be giving him. But by the time he becomes an adult, he will be responsible. Nothing is easy in life. But difficult things are done by tough people. So even when you don't have money, but you want to be a mother, your good nature can raise people that will help you. If you are a helper, you will never lack. All the women that have helped other women in this group are warming up to become mothers. There is nobody that sponsored any woman to become pregnant that will not become pregnant. The prayer of a mother who is praying for someone that helped her to become mother is direct entry to God. Why? Because God loves the kids. So if you help a woman to become pregnant by sponsoring that woman, by being there for the woman, especially strangers, when you help people, you let them go, especially if you don't know them. When you help people, you don't put it on Facebook, you don't put it on media, and you tell the whole world, I help this person, and it's not helping you. No, when you help, you genuinely help. If you can genuinely help people, God will continually raise people that will help you. You will never know any lack in this group. As you see me, I'm a big boy now. I don't have any lack. I've never lacked in my life, and I will never lack. Why? Because I give. Go and try it today. If you're interested in sponsoring people, tell the admin share the links for sponsoring, sponsor them. If God has blessed you, go and bless other people. The biggest place you can sow your seed in life with what we know in Christendom is to help the needy. Stop funding those expensive lifestyle for your spiritual leaders. Some of you have been so brainwashed that you can't even see the wrong they are doing to you. You cannot be attending a church for 20 years and you're not a mother. I don't believe that, my sister. they are not telling you the truth. There is no member in this group that follow me for less than a year and you're not a mother. Because there are so many ways you can be a mother. So be wise. It's not a popular message. You might not agree with me, but it's okay. But it's my duty to tell you the truth. We cannot afford to have you in this group next year as a believing for baby mother. No. Your believing for baby status expires. You are born to be a mother. You are born to be a mother of twins, especially women that are older than 35. You can suddenly end your infertility with twins. You can suddenly end your infertility with triplets. My sister, this is not a joke. It has happened. Why? Because as you're getting older, you have an advantage of becoming a mother of multiple babies. You are not the first. You're not the second. You're not going to be the last. God will continue to do it. But only the people that step up to pray, to practice, to play, that will be mothers. Thank you for coming. At this stage, I believe I've attended to everybody's question. So please go and do what you need to do. The earlier you do it, the better. Okay? So I hope to see you guys next week for the summit. Please make sure you attend the summit. If you want to sponsor 2, 3, why not? Let me put you to a spot. I love putting people to a spot for a good cause, though. How many of you at this gathering right now? How many of you are blessed? How many of you were blessed in the month of June? Don't lie, okay? The biggest sacrilege you will commit if you're looking for a baby is to lie to God. Unfortunately, we've seen women that want to go their way and they attend our event fraudulently. How can you be wanting to have a baby, you're asking God for a baby, and you're attending through scam? Think about that now. That might be the reason why you don't have a baby. But please, if you are blessed, I've been blessed. If you are blessed this month, if God has given you surplus and you know you can sponsor 10 people, can you tell the admin? Admin, yes, Dr. Chudi and Snowspirations, they have blessed me. I have never been blessed like this in my life. Can you tell my admin? Admin, yes, I'm going to sponsor 10 people. This is my seed for this month. This is my realistic seed. Can you tell my admin? Admin, I'm going to sponsor 10 people. How many of you can do 5? Why not 5? How many of you can do 2? How about 1? Genuinely. We only want genuine people. If you are not genuine, believe me, you can't be a solid member of this group. We run on quality, not quantity. We run on genuine people. We want to raise foot soldiers that can go to our community and that can look women in eyeball to eyeball and tell them, you know what? You will no longer be bullied because you don't have a baby. You continue to assure them when you go to your church tomorrow, when they are praying for women that don't have babies, when they are praying for women that don't have husbands, you tell them that they are going to become, and you show them the way. These are the soldiers you are raising in this group, not people that will only come to the ghetto. When you get, you go and help other people. This is what we do in this group. It's called Labor and Love. So if you're interested in sponsoring 10, 5, 2, 1, follow the admin. Genuinely, if you know, we're going to help other women because we carry each other. So there are so many other women that have already indicated they're going to sponsor other women. So what do? We help each other out. Last year we had COVID. What did we do? We collectively raised money and we have to give stimulus to our members. Because I will be deceiving myself if you don't have, and I'm pretending I have. Then I don't love you. Thank you for coming, admin. Thank you so much. I know it's very late. Thank you for coming. I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Like I said, tomorrow I'll probably look at water and fertility. So show up in the clinic tomorrow. Until I see you guys tomorrow, God bless you, and please take this serious. You are going to be a mother by this time next year. If you haven't named your baby, start naming them. Do something different. Okay? Okay, admin, give me signal and I can go. All the people that are indicating interest, moderator, please extend the hand of fellowship. So follow all the individuals that want to subscribe for basic, for light, for whatever. My people, come in. Come as you are. Come as you are. Don't allow 2,000 naira be the reason why you don't have a baby. Think about that. Will you forgive yourself? Your babies want you. You just need to hear this message. Some of you need to be connected to the right kind of providers. This is the water. Our group is an ocean. You can't be in an ocean and you're complaining of thirst. You cannot now. You have everything you need. But because we're a lot, I wish I can help everybody one-on-one. But I cannot. I'm just being one person. Okay? So tomorrow, we normally host our maternal and child health clinic by 5 p.m. Nigerian time, 12 p.m. Eastern time US. So show up in this group, 5 p.m. Every day you show up, someone is talking. We love to talk. If it's not me, it's Dr. Ndiche. Okay, so you still see me talking tomorrow. By Monday, you see me talking. By Tuesday, you see Dr. Ndiche. By Wednesday, you see me talking. By Thursday, you see Dr. Ndiche. By Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I talk every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I talk. That's what God made me to do. So thank you for coming. And it looks like we're done for the day. Admin, if you give me a signal, I will go. All right, thank you for coming. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you sleep. If you haven't made love today, make love. Today might be the day. Okay? All right, admin, give me a signal that I'm out. Thank you for coming. Admin, give me a thumbs up that I'm out. Okay, where's my admin? Okay, I'm waiting for the sign so I can sign off. Yeah, thank you too. I appreciate you guys. Okay, good. So admin has given me a signal. So thank you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Until I see you, God bless you and